Hi, everyone. We're here with Hubert Eaves, the producer behind D Train's You're the One for Me. As you guys know, we have recently created a line dance to this song or a hustle called the D Train Hustle. And today we just want to sit down with Hubert and kind of hear all about how D Train came about. It's been 45 years now, just about. Hubert, we are so grateful to have you on this call today. We would love to just hear a little bit about you and how you came about D Train.
Well, okay. I'm 103. I'll be so I started playing at 16 years old, playing in St. Paul, Minnesota, playing different bands and as a teenager, and I also played drums. So I had always had a good feel of what was on the dance floor because I used to play the R&B club dates and the dances and so forth. So I would always like zero in on the dancers and who was the most outstanding dancer in a club and so forth. You could kind of see who had the energy like that, and it,
Yeah.
it would help me and as I was playing sometimes, So
You
especially if
speed
she
it
was,
up or slow it down or
well, if depends. If she was fine, I would just go with
now
it.
you vary, right? You vary.
Hey, I was a teenager. Come on.
You're right, you're right, you're right.
So, but anyway, what that did is it gave me a good sense of rhythm as I was, and seeing what people like to dance to and what kind of tempos and what kind of songs they liked. And we played a lot of R&B stuff back then. So that was St. Paul, Minnesota. Then I moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I started playing a lot of jazz. And as I was learning jazz, I was doing jazz gigs, and I got a chance to play organ gigs where I was really had to play left hand bass on the keyboard. So it gave me a sense of what the bass should sound like, what it should do to a song.
Okay.
So that helped me too. So rhythm and bass and the bottom, and I've always had a sense of that from
So you
those
were kind of
days.
studying it. You was kind of studying everything and how it
Oh,
works with the people and everything.
yeah, but it was a natural thing. I'm looking back at it now, but
Yeah.
at the time I was just taking it in. I was just, just doing it,
Yeah, go
you
with the
know.
flow.
So I ended up moving, from Minneapolis. Eventually, I got kind of frustrated with that, so I moved out to California, and I had a band, quintet out there. I worked around 6 nights a week, and for about 2 years. And then after a while, I got frustrated with that, and I kept hearing about New York, New York, and I just had a feeling like I just needed to get there. I wanted to get there, and I had a friend who opened the door for me to come stay with him, and so I did. I left my family for a month back home, and I went out, stayed in his place, and I was working my first weekend. But I'm gonna try to get through to what D Train is, right?
Okay.
But I have to take you through that just a little bit.
We love
So
it.
eventually, I'm playing jazz and I'm doing things, and my name is starting to get around a little bit. And but I always had that R&B sense that I grew up with. So I kind of once I got a chance to get into that, and people found that I could do that. I was playing on records with like a song, "You Are My Starship."
Wow.
Valentine Love, which is coming up when Michael Henderson just sang. He sang on Rest in Peace, Michael. He sang that song. I played on that song. I played on a bunch
Oh,
of all about four Stephanie Mills albums and Phyllis Hyman's album, Teddy Pendergrass, and when once I got with Mtume, the band Mtume,
okay.
we were doing all their productions. We were like the house band, so to speak.
Mm.
And then plus we ended up being the Mtume band as well as the Roberta Flack band. So I went through all of that, but then as I was doing the sessions for Mtume, after a while, I got to the point where I said, "Man, I need to get my own songs, my own productions, and do it the way I want." Because I had learned a lot from all of that, So I wanted to take what I had learned, and once I got to left there, and I put together a demo because at the point where I had found out about the new sound that was just starting, right? And it was called the synthesizer. And I knew I wanted one because I said, "Wow, what can look? Listen, what you can do with that." I'm gonna be straight up with you. There was a guy who influenced me too to help inspire me. His name was Kashif. Kashif had a song called what's that song with the um I've been thinking about you. And I'm in love. Yeah. So anyway, I heard that and I was like, whoa, that's what I'm talking about. So I said I can take that in another direction, but I like what he did. So I got with my wife and I said, I got to get this keyboard. I got to get this keyboard. And we were broke, and that keyboard was about $3,000 at the time. And I was like, man, whatever we have to do, whatever we have to save, however we can get it, whatever we have to sell, whatever, I got to get that keyboard. Now, fast forward, that particular keyboard was called a Prophet 5, the sequential uh, Prophet 5 keyboard, which is when you hear You're the One for Me, all the keyboards is that Prophet 5. That's my baby. I still have for 45 years.
Wow.
So anyway, I was experimenting with that keyboard because I fell in love with it once I got it. I just stopped. I couldn't stop. I would stay up all night programming and trying different sounds, and I remember coming up with the sounds of for You're the One for Me. It wasn't You're the One for Me then. It was just me grooving, just going to. I can't give you the exact sound, but on the piano, it was like this. Ah, that was the feel I had, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
And
grew.
I just, but it really came from that keyboard. And then I kept doing sounds, and then I had different sounds for uh, uh I forgot it now. I forgot it. Oh, there we go. Something I forgot. Anyway,
I hear it though. I hear what you're
y-
going for.
yeah, you hear it on the record
Yeah, definitely.
because you're dancing to it. So
hmm And that made me think, Hubert. So there's two versions of the song. One where there's a really long intro, and one where the intro is like 5 seconds. So do you know what I'm referencing? Like where
yeah,
the intro is longer, much longer. Yes. 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 Mhm.
eternity that will never
Uh-huh.
touch the ground.
Yeah, then it picks up. Yeah. So, 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 so. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So was that like a common thing during that time where you guys had like that intro of just playing music before the lyrics start? Or what inspired you to do that part of it?
I heard it in my head like that. I knew we had this. I knew we had that, but I was like, these voices, James D. Train's voice is
Yeah.
so beautiful, so soulful, that I could just hear it in my head. I was playing those chords, and I kept hearing his voice. With the love I have inside of me, we can turn. And his voice was just like so spiritual and all that. That's where that came from. It
Wow.
wasn't anything I had planned or anything like that. It just came.
Came after it. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
there's a part at the end too where the lyrics cut off and then well, I don't know if it's right at the end, it's like right before the end. It kind of just boom, boom. And when that music just going, I love that part of the dance so much.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Like
that
chorus
song was.
and you just vibe into the music.
You know what I like about that song is it was created on a really high spiritual period for both of us, James and myself. When I tell you a quick little story. I met James because I was helping out Will Downing, a beautiful soul singer who's really popular today too, the Prince of Soul they call him, I think. But at this time, he was just Will Downing in high school before anybody ever heard of him. But anyway, he asked me to help him to produce him on a song because I was already doing Stephanie Mills and all. I'm about almost 20 years older than those guys, so I was already doing that stuff. So anyway, he asked me to help him. And he said, after we put the his track down, he said, I got a friend of mine from high school. I'd like to bring in. He can do the background vocals, and I already had the track done to "You're the One for Me." Just the way that you hear it now,
Yeah.
basically that was already done.
Oh
I
wow.
needed the singer, and I
Hmm.
didn't have a singer, and I was looking for somebody who could ride that energy. But even well, actually, all I wanted was somebody who could ride that energy. So I heard James D. Train when he did the backgrounds for Will, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's it, that's it,
That's what you've
that's it."
been for.
Yeah. And so I spoke to him after the session, and I said, "Hey, man, how would you like to come on and help me work to finish this song out?" I said, "I got the music, but I don't have the lyrics and the vocals." And I said, "The only thing I got is I'll stand up on a cloud and shout out loud, you're the one for me." That's all I had. And he said, "Yeah, man, I'd like to try it. Let's try it." So he came over to my house and we went down in my little tiny little studio. I think I had maybe two cassette players or something at that time. And so he started singing, and he grabbed a pad and he got all excited. Because that's the way he writes. He gets excited like that.
Going.
And next thing I know, he was like, "With this new love I found, take my feet up off the ground to fly away." I was like, "Whoa, my
Yeah.
love, my dear, breaks away my everything." I was like, "Oh,
Where he says that part in the dance, and I like make sure our feet is off the ground on that part too.
yeah, 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 yes." So we went through that, and we recorded it in a really really small studio. In fact, when I recorded the music, James wasn't even around at all. But when I would bring him in to sing, and
Mhm.
then when he would come in to sing, then I could just focus on him as opposed to trying to do the music and all that. Yeah, so that's how in terms of the production, I could focus on him and and he had so many ideas. My job as a producer was to find out which ones to go with. And
Mhm.
so I ended up with those what you hear on the record, because
Nice.
he had others that I wish I could go back to them and use those now too for remixes.
Right?
Yeah, but 45 years, tapes all dried up. Who knows what happened? So
Yeah, the tapes all rolled out and everything.
yeah, yeah.
So tell me now, since you guys, this was well over 45 years ago, you've recently heard that the song has been trending again or going viral. How did that make you guys feel when you first found out?
My little young sister, Kiki,
Yeah,
and
Delhi. Yeah,
Deli.
Delhi.
Yes.
Yeah.
You all have just, you don't know what you've done for me. You're all the ones for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what when I saw it, because my brother, what he does is anything that I do, he always sends it to me. He says, "Man, somebody just did one of your songs, or somebody this and that," because
Yeah.
he's my young brother. He kind of looks up to me. I love him for that. So he
Yeah.
keeps me on top of what's going on with my stuff, and he started sending me the two-step line dancers doing the hustle dance.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, whoa." At first it was one or two. So oh, that's cute. That's nice. My
Right.
my my daughter, my oldest daughter, she sent me some too. And she was doing it.
Oh, okay.
She was doing it with one of my granddaughters. And I was like, "Oh, that's cute. That's cute." And
Yeah.
then I started seeing more, and I was like, more and more. And my brother kept sending them. I was like, "Wow, man." And it started, I really felt really, really proud to
Oh,
know that your generation
mhm.
appreciates what we did 45 years ago.
45
And
years.
you- and, and not only you appreciate it, it's the way you appreciated it. You could see it in the dance, and everybody's positive and
Yeah.
smiling and having fun. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Well,
you."
thank you for
I'm
creating.
speaking for I'm speaking for myself and James. We
Yeah.
thank you. Yes.
Yes. You guys did such a wonderful job with the song. Um,
Oh, I must say too, I must mention my guy Francois Kevorkian, who was a remixer, and
uh-huh.
he helped to additionally bring that mix out the way it is too.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice. There's
Yeah,
so many components to the song. It sounds like you guys are very intentional behind that, right? With the
yeah,
singing and the way the music flows, and that's
yeah.
something
Oh,
that
and one more thing, one more.
yeah, go ahead. It's all coming back.
My brother Howard King, who's playing drums, because that was before drum machines. That was before uh, uh, what do you call it, MIDI, which when you can connect two keyboards together and get this big sound, and also before sequencing, where it's like electronic, where you can play into it and it'll play it back, exactly the same time all the time. No, I played them all live. That was all live because that was before all that. Remember, that's 45 years ago. So,
Yeah.
but Howard King would come in and I say, hey, man, because Howard was the drummer that was with us in the band with him too, mate. And I
Okay.
knew what he could give me.
Right. Exactly.
So I called him. I said, hey, man, I got this track and I want you to play on it. And to this day, Howard no longer plays. He had an unfortunate accident. He's in a wheelchair, and we talk all the time, every day, mostly. I love him, and he says, "Man, when I heard that track the first time I heard it, he said I knew this was something special." He said there was no. He said I went home even after playing the drums to it, and I just couldn't stop. I just knew that it was gone. It
Yeah.
was gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's probably exciting for him to see it coming back again as well. I was just going to mention, so as I was creating the dance to the song, I was actually live while I was creating it. I was kind of torn between two songs, and I was like, okay, D Train is the one that is really bringing that energy. So I went with that one. And I was like, the way the melody switches up, so I had to like change some of the steps and like really get to what was being said in the song, make people feel upbeat. So as you said, like first it was just a couple of the videos, right? We just made it, there's a couple videos. Then there was more. Then there was more. And even now it's like up to 5 million views, even more. So it's continuing to grow. And it's just an honor to get the chance to talk with you and see what created, what developed this music and this beat and why we kind of resonated with it. So
Up
thank
to
you for doing
5 million views.
up to 5 million views. It's actually a little bit more now. That was
Oh,
that was about
ka-ching,
a week
ka-ching,
ago.
ka-ching. Oh, what'd you say?
Now I wish 5 million views meant $5 million, but that doesn't work like that.
Well, can we get half that?
You're right. I wish that too.
A third?
So let's talk about that for a second. So views and the people that share it, they actually have to pay the record label. I don't know if you guys know that. You should know that, or you
Yeah,
should the
yeah,
code of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But we actually have to pay Facebook to use even the music, to even play the music. So
yeah.
that's the little behind the scenes that most people probably don't know about. But it's been going. People are in all of our states. It's about 15 states that has learned the dance and been teaching it out the country. Taiwan, Toronto, Canada. It's just been going. So it's been a beautiful thing to see. And I kind of feel like you a little bit, as that producer. You're like, oh, look at my work
Oh
being,
yeah, 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 yeah. And you should. And you
yeah.
know what? You're really gonna feel proud when you see me and James
Oh yeah,
try to do this, try to
yeah.
do
That's
this
gonna be
song.
icing on the
We're
cake.
gonna try to do the dance.
Yeah, that's gonna be icing on the cake. I'm sure our viewers will be so excited to see that one.
Yeah, I spoke to James
Yeah.
D Train a couple of days ago. I told him what the plan was, and he said, "Hey, I'm down. Let's do it."
Well, that's going to be so fun to see.
Yeah.
I just want to share with you a few of the comments that came in regarding the song, and we've received abundance of comments of this song. I used to love this song so much. I'm so glad there's a dance to it. It's reminding me of skating. They were just saying thank you so much for sharing your story and your emotions and your wisdom. And again, that's good to see with the future generations, right? We're going to continue your legacy and James' legacy for many years to come. So the last thing I'll add about the song is that we named it D Train the Hustle. We named it D Train Hustle. After D Train, but also to represent Detroit, because that's where we're from. So it's like
Yeah,
D
yeah.
and D Train Hustle. So it works out perfectly. So to wrap us up, I'll kind of share that video. I don't know if we seen it.
On the cloud, shout out loud, the one for me. You look by my side, the world will be mine, the one for me.
So that last one playing in the snow, that was actually Kiki. I don't know if you saw that last one that was playing in the snow and throwing it. That was Kiki doing that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love the fact that people you're doing it all over the place, and
yes,
you've inspired people of all ages and colors
yeah.
and nationalities. Because I've seen it. I just saw one earlier today where they were doing it, and this was the Netherlands or someplace. I said, "Whoa,
Oh,
okay, yeah,
wow.
yeah." So
Yeah,
that song is just one of those songs. So
yeah. It's the perfect combination, the perfect.
I just thank you all, and like I said, we can't thank you enough for just recognizing us. You know, us old birds. You know,
So
we're still
you're
tweeting
only
along.
100. You've got 100 more left,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
if I say so, right?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, thank you again, Hubert, for setting up this time with me. I'm looking forward to seeing you and D Train hit those moves.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We got a surprise dance for you.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm also
Yeah,
just happy to have you and show others that there is beautiful collaboration that happens between the musicians, the producers, and the dancers. So it's a nice collaboration when we come together. Um,
yes, yes, it is.
Before we leave, though, can you tell us where can we find your new music that you're currently working on?
Okay, you can go to any of the platforms, but you can start with YouTube and
Okay.
just type in Hubert Eaves the third.
Okay.
I. And all my stuff, most of my stuff will come up. And and my new songs and things that I've done over the past, with Luther Vandross and a bunch of Whitney Houston, a bunch of different people over the years, and it's all there. And yeah, that's the easiest one. Or you could go to my website, which is huberteavesii.com, and you can learn more about because I've been in the background and I've been loving it, and I still I love it, just because I love doing what I do, and I wouldn't care if I was in the back, front, whatever. I'm still going to do it. That's just the way it
Go.
is.
There you go.
But
Well, you
thank
are.
you for recognizing me now that I'm 203 years old. So,
It's never too late, right? It's never too late. Well, we are so excited to learn more and see your new dance as well. And for our viewers, please check it out on social media. We'll have this posted as well. So thank you all for tuning in. And
and also
hey,
I
yeah,
got a new release coming out on Valentine's Day for all you lovers.
there you
All you folks that have been together for a while and sharing your hearts with each other and all. I got a special song for you on Valentine's Day.
smooth one too. I've already checked it out. It's the smooth one.
Okay. Because and also remember, I actually played piano on a song called Valentine Love, which was by Michael Henderson back in the late 70s or something.
Oh
And
wow!
so that song comes every Valentine's Day. They play that song on the radio. But
Wow!
this time I want him to also play
Like you knew it
my
too.
new one.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you as well to our line dance community. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't been able to push it as much as we've been pushing it as well. So, our trail riders, our soul line dancers, our country line dancers, thank you all for supporting. Hubert, if you're ever looking to come to Detroit again, we are hosting a family reunion where we're trying to bring all styles of line dancing together. So that'll be in
Oh,
August. So if you're free,
what day in August?
that's the 14th and 15th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this too. I want to thank you all, everybody that contributed to it, your team, and all the line dancers all over the world that are now being reacquainted with this song and this energy, and it might even inspire us to get back together and do something, one or two or
Oh,
whatever.
that would be
But
nice.
the only thing is now we might have to roll up to the mic in wheelchairs and crutches, and that's the difference. We was young back then, man.
As long as your fingers still work for the music, we're good.
Uh,
See, that's all we need. That's all we need.
keep-
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's all we need. Well,
all
thank
right. I love
you.
you all.